Live from beautiful Oriole Park, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill in this one, Chris Bassett. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one away. Here comes Aaron Judge. And Singy, they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. Judge rips that one. Brings it in. And there's two away. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Line drive. Reaching down, makes the catch. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Swings through that. And a swing and a miss. This one in the air, center field. Grisham under it. One down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Taylor Ward.
Well, he's in pretty good company right now on that AL leaderboard for home runs. Top 5 for the guy, and he's one of the better home run hitters in the league this year. You don't see him missing too many pitches, and when he gets the one that he wants, he doesn't miss it. It goes a long way.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
First baseman, Alonso.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Sliced hard, but foul.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Ball 1.
Two down, nobody on. And it's even up. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two now. And there's a ball. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
That one fouled off. Slider clips the zone.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
1-2 now.
Ball.
In the dirt. Alonso leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one misses, and a full count now.
I think he wanted that call in the open part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in. Tag. In time. He's safe at third. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit for the Orioles. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through that one for strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Fastball is outside. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count is filled up. Jordan Westburg in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called to the plate. And they're all loaded up.
Batting six, third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Swings through that one for strike one. And he asks for time now. Chance to take a breath with the bases loaded. Here comes the 0-1. All loaded up here in game one of this three-game set.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The 2-1. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. It's gone. Grand slam. His first homer of the year, and the Orioles jump out in front. It's 4-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He sees the opportunity, put a great satisfied, and get a little distracted after a grand slam. But there's still a lot of work in this inning to do, and you can really deliver a knockout ball.
He's one of the best players in baseball when it comes to scoring runs, Singy. His numbers are good enough to put him in the top 10. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That missed by a lot. Ball 2.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot.
And it remains 2-2. Seed into center. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. There's a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Late with the swing there. Swing and a miss. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. Big damage for Baltimore on this grand slam. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Top of the second, and stepping in for New York, Austin Wells.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive. Fill up the strike zone. Don't issue free passes.
And that is out of play. Swings through that one. Stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Yeah.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A two-run shot, his first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 4-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And a base hit up the middle. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. That one ripped, but foul.
No.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the top of the second. And a ball evens the count. Got him. Now one away.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
That's the ball.
Max Schumann in the box here lets that one go for a ball. On the ground, right side. The flip. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. 0 for 1 so far. Schumann, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is down low. And it's a ball and a strike.
Too low.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's now 4-2. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Bottom of the second, and into the box for Baltimore, Samuel Basallo. Cole with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately.
No, that's the ball.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
In plenty of time to first. That's one out the bottom of the second.
Up next for the Orioles, designated hitter, Bryson Stott.
Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
Popped in the air, left field. Takes it in for the out. Now it's going to be Gunnar Henderson. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time.
Henderson.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. Henderson with another scorching run of play lately. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Two down, nobody on. Swings and sends a rocket to right. That is the inning. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. It's the Orioles 4 and the Yankees 2. This is Back here in Baltimore, well, Singy, we highlighted him in the open, nearly untouchable on the mound of late, but today, not so much.
Yeah, he's got to battle and try to gain that.
The relay, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Next offering is foul back. Man at second. That one way inside. Got him swinging for the K. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Bellinger up to hit.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Lifted in the air, right field. O'Neill under it. And there's two down.
Up next for the Yankees, catcher Austin Wells.
That one is absolutely belted. Gone into the flagpole. And it ties it up. It's 4-4.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely. And he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Digging in, Jason Dominguez.
Ball.
Off of his stick.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
Yep.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Man on second, two down. Struck him out swinging. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now tied 4-4. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
That one the other way. In the air to make the catch.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now here is Taylor Ward. Tied at 4. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. That one carrying out of here. Taylor Ward blasts one out. His 14th of the year. And the Orioles jump out in front. It's 5-4.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
One down. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
3-1.
The 0-1. That one missing inside. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's 1-2. That one missed. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that's a one-out single.
Up next for the Orioles, third baseman Jordan Westburg.
First pitch swinging. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Will Warren getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Warren also getting ready. And now the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That's to third. McMahon feeds to second. Out there. What a double play that was. Inning over. Solo homer brings in one for Baltimore. 3 innings complete. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Back now at Oriole Park. Well, Singy, as we mentioned early on, he came in with all the momentum. Today, though, different story.
Yeah, lucky for him, his offense is getting it done. The ERA's taking a big hit, but the win column might not. And that's a trade most guys would take.
McMahon, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. McMahon working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Alonso takes it to the bag. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. In the air to left center. Taylor coming on. 2 down. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
Center fielder Trent Grisham.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. 2 down, nobody on. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one misses, and it's 1-2. Got him swinging. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail it 5-4. Bottom 4 and into the box for Baltimore. Colton Cowser. Fouled off. He was late. Here's your 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
New pitcher for the Yankees, Will Warren. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Cowser gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Coming home. Has some trouble with it.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And now, Samuel Vasallo. Foul ball there. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bellinger takes it in for the out. 1 away. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Bryson Stott now at the plate. That one lifted to left. Bellinger settles under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Gunnar Anderson.
And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Got him swinging. Good job at damage control right there. Back here in Baltimore, we go to the top of the 5th. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. Out towards right center field. O'Neill pulls it in on the run. 1 pitch and 1 out. His batting average puts him in the top 10 in baseball right now. And that one is lifted in the air. O'Neill gets under it. That's out number 2. And here comes Bellinger. Bellinger, a former Gold Glove winner, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. To the right side, Holiday whips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees 4. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Pete Alonso. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. And the polar bear leaves the yard. His 12th of the season, and they add a run. It's 7-4. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. With the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate.
Almost got him. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one way inside. This one in the air, center field. Grisham under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Orioles,
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one ripped right center field, carrying well. And it's into the bleachers, out of here. That one felt good. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 1.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
3 runs.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Colton.
Colton, AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Now pitching.
Coming on for the Orioles, Andrew Kittredge.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Hit on the ground to short. Henderson fires over to first.
Yeah, you're out.
Now one gone in the top of the sixth. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. He's already homered here in this one. Kittredge.
Right.
He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Henderson gets it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the sixth.
Up next for the Yankees.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable when you only see him once.
That one ripped left field. Back there. That one opts against the fence. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
On the ground. That's a base hit. Here comes Goldie around third. He scores. Catcher can't hang on. Now a 3-run game. It's 8-5. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
McMahon off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now an 8-5 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. In there at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Movement in the bullpen. JoJo Romero, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Number 80 getting loose as well. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's the DH, Bryson Stott. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Man at second. Pulls that one foul. A 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
The 1-2. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. O'Neill flies around third, fires it to the plate. He beats it safe. It's 9-5.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
front with the swing, and that is strike one. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit low. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got him. That's the second out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Oh, 1 down. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. 7th inning coming up. This is Orioles baseball. Back now at Oriole Park. Well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
Grisham leading things off and takes a strike. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in, and there's 1 down. The Yankees looking to rally. 1 for 3. The Yanks down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Ripped to third and caught. And it goes just foul. Swings through that. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They trail it by 4. It's 9-5. Back here in Baltimore, Taylor Ward with an impressive home run total. Top 5 in the league is legit, Singy.
Oh, for sure, Boog. He's got that don't make a mistake vibe every time he steps in.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one ripped. He can't get there. It's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Yeah, Singy, he's turning BP into a lifestyle.
I mean, pitchers are calling their parents after games just to decompress.
Ward gets his lead at first with nobody out. Popped up. And there's one away.
Up next.
Now here is Jordan Westburg. And remember, it was a grand slam from him back to the first inning.
Well, he made an early statement with that swing. It changed everything about the game right out of the jump.
Foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Colton Cowser.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Right through there, got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. Kittredge, a former All-Star, 36 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Up the middle, what a stop to first. Throw is low, and oh, nearly a great play. The scoop goes in and out of the glove.
Just not enough on that throw to get it all the way across the infield in the air, and unfortunately, he didn't get the bailout he needed over there at first.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And out to a board. And next is the designated hitter, Jason Dominguez. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
It's so important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Dominguez not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. So they're now out of challenges. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. 2 on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. Holiday has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And there's a strike. The Yankees with a chance to get back into it. And we're in the top of the 8th.
Ball.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Ripped into center, base hit. Bellinger on his way home. Here comes the throw. Safe. And now 9-6.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. Now it's huge at bat in this game coming up. Right through there for a strike. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Toss to Alonso. They limit the damage here. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 9-6 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, JoJo Romero.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
It's in and out of his glove. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. So up next, Samuel Vassallo. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 80, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Weathers getting cranked up as well.
Ball one.
The 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. He was late there. Strike one. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. Swings through that one. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could use a great ball here. Up it in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Next offering is foul back.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
2 on, 2 outs. That one found hard the other way.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
High fly ball, right field. And that will end the inning. Orioles strand a couple, and they won't add to their 9-6 lead. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Oh, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here's Trent Grisham. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. The 0-1. Nice grab. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a man aboard. So up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a ball popped up. Henderson under this one. And it's 2 down. That's a strike. They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. And now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got it. That's the ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
9-6 the final in this one as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.